Hello everyone and welcome back to Mountain View Soap. My name is Hannah and today we are going to be doing a fun little challenge video. I recently purchased, and this is not sponsored or anything, but I recently purchased a takeout box, a mystery takeout box from Mica's, and I really wanted to challenge myself to create a soap using all of the colorants. If you would also like to participate in something similar to this, you can go ahead and grab a mystery box or just pick out a bunch of different colors from your stash. You can do it blindfolded if you want to. Just make sure you tag me on social media at Mountain View Soap because I want to see what you create if you do something similar to this. The reason why I decided to use Mica's is because I had for a very, very long time wanted to use their takeout box and it was just never in stock for me to get, and finally I got a chance to order it, so I did. So let me go ahead and show you what I got and then we will get into making today's video. Oh, how I wish I knew how this day of soaping was going to go. I was planning on recording 2 videos the day that I filmed this introduction. One of them ended up on the floor, which you'll see in that video in the future very soon. And this soap in particular didn't turn out terrible, but it definitely did not turn out the way that I wanted it to. So before I go any further, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, it helps me out a ton. Instead of the original question of the day, which I've cut out, the new question of the day is, what do you think that I should do with this soap? So once you've watched the video, once you see how it came out, let me know below if you think that I should keep this soap as bars to sell or if I should cut them into sample bars and just give them away with my orders in the future. I'm ready to dive in. Let's get started. Hello everybody. I am coming to you from my bedroom floor because my Mica's order just came. I cannot tell you how long I have been trying to get a takeout box. They do not stay in stock very long, but I finally got my hands on one, so I'm going to unbox it with you, and then the grab bag is for another video, but I did get this really adorable sample, and I'm excited to also use this in my soap, but this video is specifically about the Mica takeout box, so let's dive in. Okay, so we have this really cute sticker. Now, I know I already explained at this point what is going to be happening, but I am going to be using all 8 of these colors in a soap that you will see shortly, and in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a drizzle or the soap frosting or something like that. I'm going to be using all 8 of these. So we have Wicked, which seems to be like a black color. We have Harold's Purple Crayon, which is a purple. Thor is also making an appearance and saying hello in the video. We have a silver color called Here Comes the Bride. This is actually very beautiful. We have Key West Blue, which is my favorite blue from Mica's. It is just a stunning color. We have Koi. I've seen a lot of people use this color and really enjoy it, so I'm excited to kind of be able to use it and test it out. Also, how cute are these tiny little jars? They are absolutely adorable. We have Love Bite. And as you can see, Thor is very interested in everything happening inside. We have Pot of Gold. This is really pretty too. And finally, the last color is Lorne Green. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I actually have this color already. I really like it. It's between this and Municipal P for my favorite colors of green from Mica's. Like, kind of like just like a normal everyday type of a green color. Not too green, but not too like bright, not too neon, that type of a thing. So I have all of these colors over here that I'm going to be trying to figure out how to do something with them. I'm kind of getting a few rainbowy vibes here, which is kind of cool. And I will see you back when I am about to make this soap. Okay, let's make some soap. Now, I mentioned in the intro of this video that this soaping day was not a day for me. I woke up not feeling very good, but knew I really needed to get this video out for you guys, so I wanted to make sure to get the soap done. It's kind of like that weird in-between of having an entire vault of videos and then running out of those videos because you've posted them all. So when I went online to look at the behavior of this fragrance oil, I'm using the new Rainbow Sherbet fragrance from Nature's Garden, and it says that there's a slight acceleration. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't go overboard in terms of the blending when I don't know if the fragrance that I got was actually like new and they hadn't updated it on the website yet or what the deal was. But this fragrance did not accelerate. If anything, it slowed down my batch. So I ended up having to wait like 2 hours of time in between pouring and letting stuff set up. And even though I waited that long, it still was incredibly liquidy. I had to let this guy sit for over 24 hours in order to cut it, and you'll see when I do cut it on camera, I have to cut it upside down because the bottom is still soft. It was absolutely insane. But I have my 6 colors here that I'm going to be doing, and I decided to do a white like main base to use that Here Comes the Bride color. I was going to use the Wicked Black as the main color and then have all of the beautiful colors swirl, but because they weren't neons, I had a feeling that they weren't going to turn out the way that I originally wanted them to, so I decided to switch it to the white. This is the second batch of soap that I've done with kind of like a white or a light colored base with multiple different colors in it as a swirl, as like a drop swirl, hanger swirl, whatever type of a swirl. And unfortunately, I have decided that I just really don't like the way that looks. Now, granted, this Here Comes the Bride color, which you'll see in a moment, is not like 100% white like titanium dioxide. It does have some titanium dioxide in it, but it's not like a pure white. Maybe if I did a pure white, I'd like it a little bit better, but regardless, I found this trick from Katie from Royalty Soaps. She used her little mica, I use this to mix up my oil base and my mica colors, but she actually used it to blend up her soap and mix it because the bigger stick blender would have caused too many bubbles because there's not a lot in each of these, which I thought was actually really cool, so I decided to do that here. And as you can still see, like, these colors are basically like water. They're so liquidy, and I swear I blended everything to, emulsification and all of that stuff. And then I have my little Wicked color of black in the back. I kind of was flying by the seat of my pants for this soap, to be fully truthful. I kind of knew what I wanted to do, but at the same time, I didn't know how it was going to turn out. And I mean, it's not, I've said this a couple times, it's not terrible, but it's also not exactly what I wanted. So you can kind of see, like, even the purple is still really, like, all of the colors are very runny. I was worried about everything looking really muddy. Thankfully, that didn't actually happen. I got really lucky in terms of that. Now, the cut in between this part and then in between me putting the black on is actually about a half hour of time, and it still was not, like, it was still really soupy, but I just was kind of like winging it. I'm like, okay, I have to get this on there. I've been doing the soap for 2 hours now, and I'm not only getting sick and tired of it, but I also still have to go grocery shopping. And this was filmed on Friday, and we had just gotten hit by the tropical storm. I can't remember the name of it, but we were just hit by a tropical storm, so I was like, okay, I'm going to have to leave early so that I can get back in time before rush hour starts and all of that stuff. So I was kind of running on, not feeling good, and just having to clean up an entire batch of soap that fell on the floor, and also trying, like, to be on a time constraint. So basically what I tried to do here was I put a whole bunch of the colors, the leftover colors, on top. I know it doesn't totally look good right now, but I somehow randomly, like by chance, managed to have this come out look really good on the top. I wish personally the inside looked as good as what the top does, but nonetheless, I'm excited to hear what you guys think about it and whether or not you think I should keep this as, a soap to sell or keep it as a sample bar to do something like that with and just give it away as samples for my orders in the future. Okay, so now this is when things get interesting. I really was just like, okay, I don't like the way this top looks now. Let me grab a fork and see what I can do with it. You can tell here how liquidy the soap still is. I didn't like the first thing that I did, so I decided to go back and forth, and I'm like, okay, I made it worse. I literally cannot leave this soap like this. And when I get to the end of this little section, I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't really know. And I kind of just was winging it. Like, I'm like, okay, I'll try going back and forth and seeing what I can do. And right at that point, when I just got a little bit of that, like, purpley red color in there, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this again because I kind of like the way that this looks. And, like, surprisingly enough for me, I actually really love the way that this came out. And the video doesn't really do it justice. It looks a lot better in person, but it actually looks really good. And it's kind of like a watercolory rainbow, and I'm really happy with it. I'm going to be using that style of top more on my soaps. So as you can see here, I did have to cut it upside down. I took it out of the mold after like 30 hours or something like that, and it was still really soft. But here's what it looks like on the inside, and a lot of these bars are very different. Again, it doesn't look terrible, but I'm also not like a huge fan of it, so I'm curious to know what you guys think. If you want me to put this bar up for sale, I will. If you want me to use them as sample bars, let me know in the comments below, and I will do that as well. The next video that I have coming out is going to be a molding video, so if you have been excited and interested in seeing that, be on the lookout. I'll be posting that on Thursday. Alright, I'll see you guys same time, same place, Thursday. Bye!